coming to get you, Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
I get crazy. Kill you all. I'm the greatest nightmare you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
There we go. How's everyone out there tonight? Lex, Marlene, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Same.
Pretty good over here. Happy New Year to the both of you. It feels like I haven't talked to you in forever, all the way since last week.
Yeah.
All right. So before we start with all the stuff, did we do anything cool for New Year's Eve? I slept.
I'm not really a big holiday person, so.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't go crazy, so hung out.
I like it. I like it. Everyone else can go crazy for a night, cool. But I needed sleep. I wanted to relax, and I was out by 10. So,
Well, we had family over, so like a week, and I'm like, when they left, like it was nice to see them, but then after when they left, it was nice to sleep in and just like relax.
yeah, I totally get that. That's like, oh, that's great to get to see everyone. But now I want to go back to my normal routine. Yeah, for like one day is great.
For one day, not 7 days.
For sure. All right, Richard, how you doing, brother? You haven't missed anything yet. We had just started. Today. Oh yeah, there we go. Hope everyone had. Yeah, there we go. And Goody, how you doing, brother? Good to see you on here as well. Hey, I just noticed.
Who's that cutie? Who's that cutie there? Hi.
My cop.
Going on. Is that a Spider-Man shirt? I'm jealous.
Heck yeah, we're gonna go with a new one.
Nice. What do you call it? My little sister wanted to go watch it for her birthday. Thank God that she likes good movies. I'm very happy about that.
I was between The Matrix and Spider-Man. I was like, which one should I see? And I went with The Matrix.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Yeah.
Actually, I liked it. Like, it had its bad parts that were cheesy, but I liked it. It was like going back. What was it? 2000s when it came out?
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
And I like Keanu Reeves, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm a big Reeves fan. Cannot wait for more John Wick.
Oh God, yes.
Oh man,
I'm like, I understand the dog thing. I'm like, I get you.
Yeah. They deserved it for 3 whole movies.
Yes.
Oh man. But for tonight, well, there we go. Richard, has Miguel sung Dolly Parton karaoke yet? No, that's I'm waiting for you for that, man. We're gonna do that together. No, not even. Yeah, can't leave you out. But for tonight, we were supposed to do kind of like we did for the paradoxes, where I ask you guys questions and we're gonna go into true crime for this time. But it was a lot more fact than it was fiction out there, which made me a little weirded out because a lot of these are unbelievable when you get into them. And I've got quite a few here that I would love to talk to you guys about. So it's not so much deciding if they're real, but for what I have researched, these are all pretty much true. Now, I just want to get your guys' opinion. If you heard of some of these already, because I think some of them are pretty well known, while others kind of blew my mind with new facts. And I was honestly thinking I was going to find a lot more kind of towing the line, like, oh, it sounds true, but it's not, or it sounds completely crazy and it's true. Well, so far, everything has been, this sounds crazy, but it ends up being true. So,
that's sad.
Yeah. Well, some of them aren't so much. I'll get into them right now. But some of them aren't so much sad as they are just crazy. So
right.
Don't worry. There's going to be definitely some sad ones here. In fact, we'll start with this lady, Leonarda Cianciulli, an Italian mother whose son had to join the military. It was early 40s. Oh no, what the heck happened to me? You guys can still hear me, right?
Yes. I'm like, where are you?
I have no idea what just happened to my picture. Something went wrong. Oh, okay, of course. Well, as long as you can hear me, I guess that's all that matters right now. But basically, it was an Italian mother whose son had to go into the military as the start of World War II. And she thought that the only way to keep him safe and bring him back to her was through human sacrifice. So she ended up killing at least 3 women in her neighborhood, turning them into soap and distributing the soap to her other neighbors.
What?
Because
Yes.
the fat, right? The human fat, you can turn it into soap, right?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
No, 100% right.
Whoa. Imagine you're showering with the soap. You're not clean.
Soap with me.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work this time. Am I back?
You're
Kind of.
There you are.
Oh God, but my microphone.
I mean, I totally could like all that. Wow.
Why can I not mute? There we go. I think that fixed
Is that
it.
better? Yeah. Can you hear me?
No more echo?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, my goodness. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. That's a new one for me right there. But yes, okay. Back to this lady. I mean, first of all, I don't have kids of my own, but I got little ones. I would do anything to bring them back if I feel they're in danger. And a couple of human sacrifices, not the biggest problem.
It's worth it.
Yeah. She's just a good mom, in my opinion.
Oh, mama bears, you watch out. You never touch the sun. Like, never, no. ever.
Ooh.
No.
Damn it. Okay. I think there's just something wrong with my settings on the camera tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take the camera down so you guys can still hear me. And maybe I can just share some of the screenshots I have here instead of my mug. No one needs to see my face anyways. No one likes that.
I'll see it.
Let's see. Okay. See, the thing is, though, I'm so sorry because I didn't get good screenshots. I just got notes for myself so I could read them to you guys and thought my face would be available. But apparently I'm wrong. All right. No worries. I can figure this out. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Dang it. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna have to keep going into these. Is it okay if I'm faceless for tonight?
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate it. So this next one is actually some stories in LA, some articles that are actually based on some Laotian, Cambodian, and Vietnamese refugees and migrants who moved to Los Angeles and were suffering from a very rare sleep disorder. But basically, they didn't want to go to sleep, had a very deep fear of sleeping. And when some of them actually did end up sleeping, they died. These articles came out in the 1970s. It's called Sudden Unexplained Death Syndrome, or Brogada Syndrome. And it usually affects Asian males between 19 to 57, pretty much on an exclusive level. And this particular case was actually used as part of the story behind Nightmare on Elm Street. Cravens read the articles when he was growing up, and he's like, that could be good for something. And he decided to add that into his story.
I have heard of that Wes Craven, like, he heard a story about a man who was afraid to go to sleep, and he was terrified, and like they tried therapy and everything, and nobody believed him, and then he fell asleep and he died.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely I very much like that one, just because I never thought anything like that would be based on a true story. At least not Nightmare on Elm Street of all things. There's no burnt guy saying really cool one-liners to teenagers. What do you call it? Sounds like a country song. I'm faceless. I ain't even got a horse. Nope. Richard, you are right. I ain't got no horse either. I'm a poor folk. All right. So let's go on to the next one here. This one's actually about Gacy, and I think everyone knows who John Wayne Gacy is pretty much for the most part. But one of the facts that everybody might not know about his attic, when he shoved all the bodies, actually not the attic, the crawl space under his house, as he started to shove everybody down there, the bodies piled up so much that they started to congeal together, and that created a body count that they couldn't identify for several years, 2 years, excuse me, of sorting through every piece of human remains so they can actually put together all the body parts. So they may have found the location, but they were so rotted together and so tightly packed that they couldn't tell how many humans were in there for 2 years.
So like they combined together from being stuck to each other for so long?
Basically, yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Fucked up. I can't believe he had so many bodies and he got away with it for so long that, you know.
Right? That it got to that
like, didn't it smell?
Right?
I mean,
put some Lysol.
You got some Febreze commercials that might be able to fix that.
Yeah, it makes me think of that scene when he thinks Boo is going through the trash chute.
Oh my god!
They're all cubed.
So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna kill that many people, I don't think smell is gonna bother you too much, right?
Mm-mm.
But people would smell it and like
yeah, other people wouldn't you, like, if you pass by the house, wouldn't it like smell so bad? Because like if you leave garbage there for a little bit, it starts to smell, and then I imagine a body over time and a lot of bodies, it would start to get out. I think.
Very true.
Bodies. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Like, I'm gonna have to check someone's crawl space one of these days because that didn't sound very convincing.
I have an attic, not a crawl space.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Well, before Marlene incriminates herself, we'll go on to the next one, and this is actually the Hillside Strangler. There was a couple of guys, uncle and his nephew. I think it was his nephew through adoption. Actually, I don't think they were actually related, but they were family in some sense. And they would basically either just find a woman at random or disguise themselves as police and pick them up. And then, as the name suggests, it was strangle and then throw along the side of a highway. And that's how they were able to stay kind of ahead of everybody for so long. Well, one time they picked up the wrong girl because this was actually Peter Lorre. He is an actor who was in Casablanca, in Arsenic and Old Lace, a lot of these old black and white movies. And he was a really creepy guy. but they were fans of his, and they saw a picture because they looked through her stuff as they were pulling the fake cop routine, and saw a picture of her with her uncle Peter Lorre, and they let her go. They're like, well, oh no, sorry, his daughter, not his niece, but her father, Peter Lorre, basically got her off scot-free from being killed by these two terrible serial killers, because I believe it was they got them for 8, but there was something considered like 20 because of how well they hid their crimes for so long. And she ended up testifying against them because once it kind of came out what was going on, and one of their faces was shown to the news and to the general public, she remembered that situation, and she went to go help as quickly as she could. So sometimes having a famous dad can actually be a good thing. So that worked out for her.
I have never heard of that story before.
You know, this is
Sounds like
That's
the movie
crazy. That's like
Wait, which one?
What?
with Liam Neeson.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, it's like along the lines of it's on like a foreign trip and gets kidnapped, and he goes after them because he's like a secret agent.
Did
You know
say
Liam
Taken?
Neeson? Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was like, which one?
Oh yes, definitely.
Taken. Yeah, that one's badass.
Love that movie.
I will find you.
Yeah.
What do you call it? But yeah, no.
Yeah, that story was like Taken.
Oh, okay. I get the connection now. I get you. I'm feeling it.
But sadly, like so many girls don't have a dad like that, you know, that can have like those special skills and find them.
Or be famous and get free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I could do literally neither of those things, so that's not great. Yeah. So if you guys get kidnapped, I'll go try to find you, but like
I'm pretty annoying. Yeah. I'm pretty annoying. They'll like leave me. They're like, you eat too much, you talk too much. You sing too much. We don't want you anymore. We're returning you.
Bold strategy.
I feel like they would press charges against me.
Oh wow. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh.
Get a restraining order.
Oh my god. Oh. All right. So this next guy, I actually don't know about this serial killer that worked throughout California, apparently in the Caltrans department, which Caltrans is just like anywhere else. It's just people who work on the roads. And he was a surveyor, like, okay, we're going to lay the next amount of highway in this area. So, nothing fancy, but it did allow him to bury bodies. And then, we're going to go pave a road over this particular area. So he knew ahead of time, we're going to be here. May as well put this, victim in this part of the ground. And they still believe they have not found nearly any of his victims. Like, it's a very low number that they have found. So over California, if you're driving on the highways, you might be driving over one of Mac Ray Edwards' potential serial killed victims.
Heard about this one.
But yeah,
I think I have, or something similar.
I haven't. How did they find like the first victim that it connected him?
I really don't know a whole lot about this guy. This is honestly the first piece of him because I had no idea about Edwards before. But the fact that there's bodies just on the highways of California, all you do is travel the highways here. So now I'm thinking every time I'm outside, I'm like driving over somebody else. This is great. Oh, it's in my head all the time now. It's not great. It's not a good feeling.
I always wonder for the families, like, is it worse for them to know what happened to the victim, or like them thinking they're having a happy life somewhere else and never knowing the truth?
Person, really.
Yeah. Because I would want to know the truth no matter how difficult it is. Like, I would want to know.
Man, that's a rough one. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe I think I'd want to know. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. No matter how hard it is, like, I think I'll rather know, because sooner or later, well, most of the times you find out.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. All right. So this next one is not about one in particular person, but it's actually about our beautiful national parks. And this is Yellowstone National Park, which, houses the animals and trees, probably Bambi or that one bear that steals picnics. And it also, it also houses a 50 square mile section that is known as the Murder Zone.
Mm-hmm. The Murder Zone.
I haven't heard of this.
The murder zone. We'll see, because the national park falls under federal jurisdiction, and this particular area of Yellowstone is actually in between Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. And through our court system, you have to have a jury of your peers, and that would be people from that area who live there, in order to be your jurors. They would have to be obviously non-biased, and they would have to be close to the area, so they would be familiar, or at least somewhat familiar, with the laws of your state. But since there are 3 states involved, all of them having different rules on their jurors, none of them are willing to take jurisdiction over this area. And when this was brought to the attention of Yellowstone, they decided to just say, nah, no one's going to die here. It's fine. And nothing has been done. And the last time the article I see was in 2013. So it's been a couple of years, obviously. It's been, 9 years, but nothing has been done since. So that means there is a 50 square area of Yellowstone that if you need to murder somebody and you just don't feel like hiding it, just take them there and no one can try you. It's literally impossible to get a juror if nobody is living there.
I should write this down real quick.
Advice, Miguel.
God, you're welcome. I'm telling you right now.
There's gonna something happen now.
Oh my gosh. I would question what Miguel is doing with his sudden disappearance. Well, you would hear if I was killing somebody. Come on, I'm not. It's a pretty good microphone.
Not unless like Dexter, he drugs them first.
Oh, speaking of Dexter, we actually have another. There's someone coming later on in this one. Let me see if I can find this. Dang it!
Next Sunday or this Sunday. This Sunday. I'm excited.
No, there's a true to life Dexter in Brazil. He was known as Little Petey, who now has a YouTube channel, and he killed over 20 terrible drug dealers and murderers while he was in prison, including his own father for killing his mother. And because of the sentencings that they have in that area, he got out. And he has his own YouTube channel. I just can't find it. I think it might have been taken down at some point, but he is definitely out of prison. He's done interviews, and you can find articles like the real life Dexter, and he will pop up.
Oh my god!
I mean, I like the idea because if you're gonna be a serial killer, you might as well do something good with it, right?
Oh my god, this last episode blew my mind.
Remember when I was like, episode 4, you guys?
Because, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, did I miss when somebody died? I'm not going to say who, but I think you know who I'm talking about, right?
Duh.
Showed it, and I was like, shut up. When?
I was like, when did this happen? Did I blinked?
Wait, when? I don't know.
But this Sunday we'll get answers, hopefully. I didn't think I was going to like it so much.
I didn't think so either, and I didn't think they were going to it, but oh my god. And then that last scene just I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Miguel, you have to watch the last episode too, so we can talk about it.
I seriously got to catch up. Yeah, it's been ridiculous at work lately, but I will catch up.
You have a week.
I'm on it. All right. So this next one is gonna gross you out. I'm just telling you right now. So just be
Okay.
prepared. Oh man. Let's start with. We'll go with federal first. Necrophilia is not covered at all by federal law.
Your face, Lex. You just stopped.
And there are 20 states that also don't have any law against it. So that means in almost half the country and federally, there's no rules against necrophilia.
Wait, in Arizona too? Like, is there?
I didn't get the states individually, but if you want to look that up, I mean, it's a much different kind of Tinder site. I mean, that's yeah. That face was priceless. That was perfect.
Oh man. I thought it was like illegal, like in all the states. Like you would go to prison for that, but I guess not.
I would hope so, but no, you're pretty much good to go in almost half the country.
Damn.
Well, you know what? There is good news though. According to FBI crime rates and reports, the country is actually almost 60% safer from the early or the late 80s to 90s till today. Crime's gone down that much almost in what would that be now? Between 30 to 40 years almost. That's a huge drop.
Well, I guess because we have better technology now, like we have cameras everywhere. Like it's easier to catch a crime. Sometimes not, but
no, it's a good point.
For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, they got more advanced with how they find people too when stuff happens. I mean, what would be a good way to put it?
Well, now your DNA, what is it when they check like to see your ancestors? Like you give them your DNA, and I've been wanting to do it, but I'm like, do I want to give like it's gonna be in a database, you know?
Oh, true. Lex, I couldn't hear you though. What'd you say?
Like testing?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. What do you call it? Because you can. There's so much more. Yeah, there's so much more information we can find out just by that alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone, I mean, new technology and like, what would be a good way to put it? Like, there's a farm in Texas where they just study decomposition of human beings. Like, you can donate your body when you die, and they will test your body in different various ways of decomposition, and that tells. Not just for law enforcement, but for like doctors trying to figure stuff out, like what someone died of, if they found a body in the wilderness. It's nonstop research. Like people are obsessed with true crime, but it's not just for entertainment purposes. It's everybody. Everybody is really doing their best to advance the science as well as the morbid curiosity, which I like both.
Yeah, and it has also like done like new laws. Like when there's a crime committed, sometimes it creates a new law.
True. Hopefully we don't need any, necrophilia laws because that's happening more.
Well, if it prevents raping, I guess it's a little bit better, but still,
I just don't want to hear like, the Miranda laws when they didn't read the rights to that one guy. I don't want to hear like, the corpse laws because this body got attacked by this other person. I don't want to know about that. It's like, oh, that sounds terrible. So nobody have sex with dead bodies, please. Just don't do it.
Yeah, that's really sick. I don't know how you can find it attractive.
No.
Wasn't there like a story of a girl that did that?
What?
What?
You about that?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know where another one is. Yeah, she like what do you call them when they get them all dressed up?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the proper name.
She was like sleeping with a lot of dead bodies. One, like she apparently got pregnant by them, and I was like, wait, how?
Yeah.
It doesn't like, I don't know. But yeah, I heard a story on that.
I'm typing that into the Google search. It's happening right now. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Give me 1 second, guys. Bird.
Wait. Oh, bam! There you go.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, the story is back in 2010. Oh my gosh. 38-year-old female mortician worker. Oh God, this is terrible. I think I have to save that for another day because there's way too much to unpack there. Oh my God.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I get it because they don't talk, but ew.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah, well, I guess that's a one way to look at it. They don't talk. Yeah, they won't bother you. But no, God. Because there was actually a case in my hometown of Ventura, or no, excuse me, not Ventura, but the town right next to it, in Santa Paula, where it was a family-run mortuary, and the dad and one of the sons got caught doing basically those situations with the bodies, and it was going on for years until one of them caught a disease you only get from a dead person, which I didn't even know that was a thing until I read the article, and I was like, I'm not going to sleep for a week at least, but I'm glad I know now.
What kind?
I don't remember what it was called, but I can look that up too real quick because I think it's a pretty disease. Body. Okay, if I remember correctly, it's this weird name, but there's plenty of most STDs you can still get from a dead body. You can also get tuberculosis, and this other one called Creutzfeldt Jacobs disease. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I apologize. I just butchered that name. That's terrible. But either way, they the husband or the father gave it to the mother after, and that's how they kind of started finding out what was going on. Really terrible situation. So let's switch subjects to something less disgusting. We'll go to fire. Let's go to arson.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys know who David Berkowitz is?
This is why I'm getting cremated. See?
Me
Good.
too. Cremation for sure.
I'm gonna get turned into a stuffed animal kind of thing, like a dog. Like some people stuff their dog. I'm gonna have me propped up in the corner.
God.
Yeah. So if I die before you guys can use my body like as a partner in a car or something. Like, oh, it's not just me.
Oh, like a long road trip, so they don't see it's like a girl alone.
Exactly. Yeah, just in case.
Safety.
Yeah. But do you guys know who David Berkowitz is, the son of Sam Killer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was a kind of just a shoot and run guy in New York, who worked out in the 70s, killed a few people, wounded quite a few more, and pretty much locked down New York for a good time period because he was so random at his crimes that people didn't know what to do about it. But before he started killing, he was actually an arsonist who lit almost 1,500 fires in not a very long period of time. It said he committed almost 500 arsons a year, whether it was just trash can fires like public lots or buildings. Just whatever he could set on fire without being caught, he would light them on fire real quick. And a lot of people don't know that about the son of Sam Killer, because everyone goes to the attention of, do you want to talk about the murders or are you going to talk about the fires? But almost 1,500 fires. That's insane to me.
That's crazy.
Mm.
All right. And then,
man, he needed a life or something.
I think so.
Yeah. Hobby
a better hobby than that. Yeah. Oh, that's another one too. Yeah, Son of Sam is one of the ones that will write you back if you write him while he's in prison. Actually heard about that because BTK or Dennis Rader, and I believe Gacy would only write you back if you answered a questionnaire of theirs. So in order to get them to respond, if they want to talk to you, you had to basically go through an application process. And like, you're in prison. Why do you have this much say-so on your own life? I don't understand it.
Wait, was the BTK killer? There's this comedian and his wife helped solve like the cases or something. Was it that one?
No, that's the Golden State Killer.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of that one then.
Yes, that's that was oh my goodness, Patton Oswalt's wife, who
Yes.
passed away not too recently.
But she was able to help, right, solve the case before she died.
Oh yeah, she was very integral in that. She wrote a book on it. She worked with the detectives for years, and he was just caught, I think, 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting one. We might have to touch on that one a little bit too, because the Golden State Killer.
Yes.
Ooh, there's some terrifying stuff out there. Like he would call people before killing them to kind of stalk and scare them. And they have some of those recordings out on YouTube right now if you want to hear them.
I remember one time I was like reading something disturbing and I was like, how disturbing can it be? And I was like, I read the transcripts of a serial killer and it was like so disturbing. I was like, shit. I didn't think I was going to get freaked out, but it was just so bad. I was like, it can't be that bad. I watch horror movies and it was horrible.
I think that it's since it's real life, it just something about it makes it so much worse.
Yeah. But the things he said to the women, to the victims, it was horrible. I think it was like the toy box killer or something like that.
Oh gosh, that one's terrible. Yeah.
Burritos, tacos, and kale.
Kale. If you get rid of the kale, I'm down. I'm not eating no kale. Nah.
Yeah, kale. Sorry.
What's a food that starts with a K besides kale?
I was like carrots. No.
I was thinking cucumbers in my head. So.
Okay.
Oh, Lex, you cut out. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm the pot. So I'm like.
That doesn't do well for us. That all three of us thought of C words when we're supposed to get a K word. This is terrible.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I got one last one for you guys, and it's actually about the cult leader Jim Jones. And this happened not in the early parts of his career, but towards the end where he started really believing how crazy his own thoughts were and started thinking, like, maybe I am, a prophet sent from God. And one of his proclamations that wasn't really in the masses that he went to or the preaching he did, but to his followers behind closed doors, he told his congregants that they were all homosexual and that he could cure them by having sex with them. And this was not just women, but the men as well. So if he had sex with his male followers, they would no longer be gay for some reason.
Whoa. What's the logic in that?
Yeah, I cannot tell you how that makes sense, why that would make sense. He also banned same-sex marriages in his church, though. So it doesn't make any sense what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He was a crazy person.
Huh. Ow. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, that one's a weird one to me. Because I mean, obviously he talked a lot about the socialist aspect of his stuff, but I didn't know that part came into it so much. Like he micromanaged them down to what kind of toothpaste they were allowed to use and where they should be eating, and it got real out of hand before it went over to Guyana and they started the Jonestown.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was not.
How many
wasn't
people were in his cult?
I think at the highest point there was like 4,000, but
Whoa.
only about 1,000 made it to Guyana.
Wow.
Yeah, not great.
Oh.
But other than that, those are the ones I got for tonight.
They were all true.
That's all. Yeah, all of that's true.
Man, that's crazy. Some people's kids.
Yeah. Yeah, the craziest thing still to me is that this lady got pregnant from a dead body, and now I have that stuck in my head for forever.
I like read that and I was like, no.
How fresh was the dead body?
I don't care if it was like 20 minutes. No,
but I mean, I'm thinking like science-wise, like how long before you get pregnant? Like, it's still disgusting. I just wonder how long.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm reading the article, and
I thought when you died, like everything died inside you.
I thought so too.
Oh my gosh, so that poor kid.
I know.
Wait, did she give birth? She didn't have like the baby's okay?
I don't know. I didn't follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
It'll be like 11 now, right?
Much of her. I don't see anything past past her being reported to the police by her physician after she got a checkup and they found out she was pregnant.
Yeah, because the first time you get pregnant, there's more of a chance you can miscarry. And I'm thinking, well, if that guy was dead, like I can't think it's very strong. I don't think she would be able, or I don't know. I've never heard of that. You cut out Lex, what?
I have to research it now.
Right, yeah. It said the man died in a car accident in 2015. Oh my goodness.
Imagine the family, like they found out their son died and then like he was raped and that woman's pregnant. Like I can't imagine.
I mean, it's a really weird Maury episode, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, yeah. We might have to do a whole episode on something like that because there's so much to unpack with that. Just way too much. Oh goodness. I think we'll wrap it for tonight, and that's gonna have to come back, unfortunately.
Because I'm morbid.
Yeah, I need to hear more. All right, guys. Anything to wrap us out with?
Leave dead bodies alone, please.
It does.
It's a good moral of the story. I like it. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night, and we will be back with you next Tuesday for more Dexter talk. Though, let's wrap it up. Get back into that.
Yes, I'm excited.
All righty. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Good night.